I made the same mistake that every woman has made at some point, and I didn't even get pregnant with his child. Why years ago? Why can't you just forgive me? If you think it's that big of a deal, why don't you cheat once too? Then we're even. I've been dating my girlfriend for almost a year. At the start, it was actually her who pursued me. I'm pretty shy, so I never really knew how to make the first move. She'd always ask me out for dinners or walks, and over time, I began to like her back. After we got together, a close friend of mine warned me that my girlfriend had been quite the heartbreaker back in college. He said I should be careful, but I didn't take him seriously at the time. I thought, who cares, though we were all just kids back then. My girlfriend has this best friend, let's call her Sarah, who married into a wealthy family. My girlfriend would always complain about how Sarah had it made, coming from a regular background but managing to marry into money. Or she'd say things like, we're just not on the same level anymore. With her years ago, we don't have much to talk about anymore. I thought she was just sad about losing that close friendship, but it turns out, she was more envious of Sarah's rich husband than I realized. One day, we were having dinner at a restaurant, and Sarah and her husband happened to be there. My girlfriend suggested we all sit together since it had been a while since they caught up. So, the four of us sat together. Sarah's husband asked us how long we'd been dating and when we planned to get married. My girlfriend replied that we weren't rushing it because her career was still taking off and she was really busy. Then, Sarah's husband politely asked me, what does your family do? Before I could say anything, my girlfriend jumped in and said, his family is in business. In our small town, when someone says they're in business, everyone knows. Then she added, hey you, and they run a business in another state. I didn't even get a word in and I knew what she was doing. It was all about saving face. The whole dinner felt so uncomfortable. My girlfriend's acting like I was some kind of billionaire. Afterward, she asked me the bill. I didn't mind doing it, but then Sarah's husband insisted on paying. We ended up having a little back and forth about it. He was a big guy, and I wasn't about to argue, so he ended up paying. When we left the restaurant, he offered us a ride, saying, how are you getting home? My girlfriend to want a lift. My girlfriend immediately responded, no, we're fine, we drove ourselves. They left, and I was really mad. I didn't say anything, but I walked off ahead. She ran after me, asking what was wrong. I snapped, what was all that about? Why pretend we're doing better than we are? I could just say I run a bank, she tried to explain, saying, I just wanted to impress my friend, show I'm doing well. I wasn't trying to say we're rich, but her words just didn't sit right with me. I said, you really care that much about impressing people? She kept apologizing, saying she didn't mean to upset me. She cried. I told her and I softened. I told her I would work hard and make sure she didn't feel neglected. I really liked her, and when she cried, I just couldn't stay mad. About 6 months into our relationship, I went over to her place. Her family didn't have much. Her parents were blue-collar workers living in an old community. But when I walked into her room, it was filled with luxury goods, designer jewelry, and stuff like that. I was surprised and asked, are these real? She said, of course, I never wear knockoffs. She explained that her ex-boyfriend had bought all of it. I asked her broke with him why she broke up him if he treated her so well, and she said he cheated on her. We didn't talk about it further. Here as her birthday approached, I asked she wanted. She said she wanted a Cartier watch, which cost over $5. At the most expensive thing I bought her so far, $1,000 handbag, and I thought $5,000 was way out of my budget. I tried to suggest we get a less expensive gift, but she got up saying, I've been together this long, and I heard it, and this is the first time I'm getting a gift from you, and you want to give me something cheap. I was angry, but I decided to get her the watch, and I planned to surprise her by taking another city to buy it since we didn't have those stores in our town. The night before her birthday, I went to her house to surprise her with the good news. I asked where she was, and she said she was mad at someone. When I got to her place, I noticed a Range Rover parked outside. Had told me her ex drove a Range Rover. I immediately got suspicious and called her. She told me she was with her family. A minute worked to it, but when I mentioned the lights in her house, she hung up quickly. A minute later, I heard someone running down the stairs, and it was a man, and he quick got in the Range Rover and drove off. I tried to ask him who he was, but my girlfriend stopped me, and he quickly drove away, insisted on going up to her place, and when we got there, I say her rushing to hide something, and I confronted her, and she claimed there was nothing, but I found a Cartier watch. I laughed, seeing the mess in her room, and it was clear what had happened. I was furious. She started crying and said nothing happened. Had just remembered that her ex had just remembered her day and brought her a gift. Snapped, so he knew you liked this watch? And a year though, are you hoping I can't buy it for you? She got and said, can you not be so gross? I said, you're the one doing all this, and you're mad at me for calling it out. Thanks for saving me some money. She begged me not to leave, but I couldn't take it anymore. Who wanna I say, Ged? You're a joke. Go ahead and find someone else if I'm not good enough for you. Then she said something that shocked Meg. I just made a mistake. Every woman makes mistakes and I didn't get pregnant by him. Why can't you just forgive me? Then well, you should make a mistake too. Then I couldn't believe it. I just left, locking her out of my life. Her screaming echo through the walls as I walked away. The next day I found out she had gone back to her ex, and this guy was well known in our circle for being a spoiled rich kid, always charming and constantly switching girlfriends. I was done, and I deleted her from my life, and that was the end.